for. So I guess I cut off my head. Let me put this back a little bit more. I think that'll be good. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna go ahead with it. So it's good to be with you again. Last week we finished the dance. So what I'm going to do is start with that section, and eventually, before we wrap things up today, I'll do the front row. This is when we already have our flag that marches in place, the new front row. Abby, Reese, and Margaret. So we've already got our flag. And then the other group moves back. And that would be Jaden, Delilah, Bailey, and Audrey. Okay? So before we get to that part where 3 stay in place, 3 move back, we need to practice from picking up our flag. Okay, so this is the second song, and my flag is here when I do the dance with my back towards you. But now I just want to review thoroughly going from picking up the flag to the end. So I'm going to put it right here so you can see. And also today we have to make sure that we know what counts everything is done on. Okay, so we're counting in 8s. And we've marched up to our flag. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holding. That's the way we do the marches throughout. Okay. From here, you put both hands on your knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to do this. Do this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So I recommended that you get a plastic glass and a wooden spoon or just something that you could put inside to hold so you can pick it up to use as your flag. And probably most of you have a flag, a small flag in the home. So anyway, let's put that back in. And let's move back so you march directly behind your flag. Okay, up to directly behind your flag. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this hand comes on the hip. 7, 8. All right, let's do that a little bit faster. So when it comes to this part of the dance, since we've completed our Yankee Doodle song, you probably won't be directly behind your flag. So if you're over here a little bit, ideally you would be, but you would just march however you would have to get to right behind your flag. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I'm going to put this here because when we do it with the music, I'm going to do it with my back towards you. So we just stood up with our flag. Our hand is on our hip. And we do 4 shuffle stamps. That's something that I changed last week just that instead of stepping on the ball of your foot, you get to put your whole foot down in a light stamp to help you with balance. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do each part 3 times. And after we've done a good enough section, we'll take it from picking up the flag with the music. Okay? So we picked up our flag, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You just let the elbow bend when it comes in. Okay, one more time. Picked up our flag. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, from here, and you all are familiar with this part. It was taught weeks ago in the classroom. You bring the flag to your chest and you kind of slip it down your hands just to make sure you're not like this, okay? This is the size of your flag. The stick isn't very long. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's those 7 marches. The 7th one, it just comes down and stays. Second time, you have 4 counts to get that flag set right in front of you. And yes, you can look down if you need to make sure your hands are good. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I always remind you about the spotting, which means you turn your head, you focus, turn, turn, turn. So anytime you turn your body, you spot with your head and the rest of your body as well. So you're bringing everything to this ball, everything gets included, everything, everything. Okay, one more time. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let's go ahead and just do that much with the music, and then we'll stop. So put your flag or whatever you have in its holder, and if you don't have one, that's okay. You just pretend you're picking it up like we've done in the studio. So we're going to go to our flag. Ready? Go! One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So it's a bit faster than how we practice. You're used to this tempo, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to be counting in your head our counting out loud is very helpful at first until you have it just right. So let's do that 2 more times. Flag in. Five, 6, 7, go! 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when we pick up our flag, it's the intro to it. It's slower tempo. That's why I'm counting in slower counts. So again, it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Just so I just wanted to point out that difference. One more time. Ready? 5, 6, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what's next. Okay, so yep. Okay. So after that march in a square, you start your front essence. Now on this one, your heels are to be up. And remember, they don't have to be real high. So after that last march, right foot, step the left step, step the left step, step, we stay, ball change the left step. So let's do that again. Remember, after that third step the left step, you stay in the corner. And then ball change the left step. Ready? Go. Step the left step, step the left step, step the left step. Stay there. Okay, let's count it. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? All right. After that, from here, you take the half a grapevine. You're still trying to keep those heels up. So it's side, back. Now you put the whole foot down. Side, back, whole foot, and D. I forgot the shuffle. Let's do that again. Ready? Side, back, jump, dig. Shuffle, toe. Side, back, jump, dig. Shuffle, toe. All right, let's do that again. We're here, as we just did. So everybody get like I am. Ready? And side, back, jump, dig, shuffle, toe. Side, back, jump, dig, shuffle, toe. So let's count that. Ready? and 1, 2, and 3. Ready? And 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Counting. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's put those two together. We just did this from our last march. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Side back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time counting. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So let's go ahead and add that on. So put your flag in if you have something. Five, 6, ready, go. 2, 2, and 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just recalled something about picking up the flag. Once we do this, pick it up, we're supposed to step back to our back foot. I went over that last week. I probably was doing that, but I forgot to remind. So again, you go up to it. You're here, and then you step back. Okay. All right, let's do that again. Hope it's going well. Five, 6, ready, go. Step back. And 2, 3, 4. Pick those heels up. Watch. And then it's marches again. Okay, good. After we do the left shuffle cross, so it's jump feet together, 4 counts. 1, 2, straighten up, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember I said to push off the straight leg? Okay, so do that again. Give your left toe over your right leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where Abby, so we're in this straight line. Abby, Reese, Margaret, stay in place. We're doing the 7 marches again. Delilah, Bailey, and Audrey move back. Okay? So I'm going to be the front row first. So we're in a straight line, but I'm calling the front row the people who stay in the front. The back row are the people who move back. Everybody does the marches. The front row does 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make sure I turn you right. Stay in place, face right. Okay, so the front row does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost went the wrong way. All right, so do that again, front row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back row. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So you've got a person there and a person here. So we're in our windows. All right, remember at the beginning of this video, I said when we do this with the music, I'll be the front row and then I'll be the back row. Okay? Know your row. Okay? Front is I forgot about Jaden. Jaden, Delilah, Bailey. Front row is, who's first? Abby, Reese, Margaret. Abby, Reese, Margaret. Back row is the 4 other. Jaden, Delilah, Bailey, and Audrey. Okay, so you have here, you're here. You did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm Reese and Margaret and Abby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The back row, you're here. Okay, so after that, everything we do is the same, and it's a repeat of what we just did for the most part. So there's just a few things, which the first one is coming up where you do flat ball change to switch lines this way. Okay, so our windows, here's the back person, here's the front person. Okay, windows are doing this. All you're doing is shifting your line, and we did this in the classroom. You're just shifting your lines this way, just one person. So, front row is facing right, the back row is facing left, and everybody does the same thing. 3 flat ball changes to the direction you're facing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and everybody faces the front. So here's the back row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember we talked about where you don't move, you don't travel a lot. Black ball changes are wonderful. You can move as much as you have to. You can move a lot or just a little. We're in the little group, okay? These falafel changes don't move that much. It's just like I showed you to switch like that, just over one person, okay? So I'm going to do the front row, okay? Those are the three that stay in place, okay? And I'm actually gonna take it from, we'll take it from the front essence. The four who move back, you can go ahead and do it with us. You'll just have to remember on those marches to turn towards your left shoulder. Okay. Everybody. I think I could find it. Okay, everybody, front essence. Half right, guys. So what I just did is what Abby, Reese, and Margaret do. You do those marches in place. Now I'm going to be the four, Jada, Delilah, Bailey, and Audrey, who do those marches back and face left. Here it comes. 5, 6, ready, go. March back. All right. Okay, so we are ready to move on. From there, each of you do black ball changes, I said before. So I'm back to the three who stay in place. And it's just like the flat ball changes we did in Yankee Doodle. But when you put your feet together, you're going to face the front and raise your flag. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Back people, you're going that way. But remember not too far. Once we are able to practice together, which we will be eventually, you'll know exactly how far you'll have to move. Okay, front row, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's happening there is, and I'll just show it this way, you're going to be my front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're done with your flat ball change and you face the front, of course it's this way. Okay, so let's do that again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then the back people. See left, ready, and 1, coordinating that, you know, hand and flag up. So practice this a lot. Ready? And 1, 2, 1. And begin. Ready? And 1, 2, 1. Okay. From this point on, it's a repeat of what happens when you wave your flag and the rest. Up to here. Okay? So from waving your flag to jumping, left foot out, it's a total repeat. Okay? So everybody face the front. And we wave 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Front S's. Half grapevine. And we jump 2, 3, 4. This is the end, if you remember, down, up. There's really 3 counts at the end there. So it's 1, 2, hold 3. And of course, we know that you keep holding on stage at the very end until the lights dim, which is your cue to, you know, stop the pose. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and be Abby, Reese, and Margaret for the whole Your Grand Old Flag dance. And then my next video will be for the people who marched back, Jaden, Delilah, Bailey, and Audrey. Okay, so, but everyone do it. I keep saying everyone, everybody. I know there's just one person watching, but it's just a habit. So each of you are supposed to be doing the dance, and just when it gets to whether you march in place or move back, do your thing. Okay, here we go. Five, 6, 7, 8. Stay in place. Stop. All right. let's do now, I'll be the back people. Okay? All right, here we go. Go. Here's your spot. Mark back. All right. The very last part is counted. We know how to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. I think there's actually 4. The last note is a shortened 4, probably. So do that again. You're like this. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So you're holding it. You go down 1, 2, 3. Okay? Good job. Let's go ahead and do the first song review real quick. Then with music. And then we'll be done. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do it with the music. I assume you've been practicing. Let's go ahead and just do it with the music. We've got a back row. Reese. Abby, Reese, and Margaret, and the front row is the other 4. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stand in the back row. I move up eventually. Everybody moves up. Still in 2 rows. Arms like this. Back row moves up. We're in a straight line. Wide left. your flag. Okay. Actually, I'd like to just do that again. All right, I think we've labored enough on that second half. So let's do this, the Yankee Doodle one more time. Just attach. Heels up. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna be the front row. Hold it. Okay, so I changed my mind as usual. I'm going to do it one more time for the back row. The row that moves back in your grand old flag. And then we'll really be done. Stay tall. Here's where you move back. That was a good workout. Okay. I do feel confident that you will at least have been taught and practiced enough with me to be able to have all the knowledge you need with the counts and everything for your practice to be worthy. So please continue to practice. Next week, we'll go through it again, but not spend as much time. And then I'm going to give you some new bar patterns from the grade 3 syllabus and some center work too, to keep you progressing with new material. Okay? All right. Like I say every week, and I mean it from my heart, keeping all of my center stage families in my thoughts and prayers. Miss you all. Take care.